It's well known that the AI space is a goldmine of opportunities. However, many people stay on the sidelines feeling insecure about how to participate in the action. The biggest obstacle for beginners is knowing what to sell. That's why I'm going to reveal 21 AI business ideas that are in high demand that you can start in 2024. We'll start with the perfect ideas for beginners and then move on to more advanced but much more profitable solutions. These are not just ideas. They are real use cases that thousands of agency owners are already making a lot of money with. So pay close attention if you want to be the next one. First, we have voice-enabled AI sales bots. Local businesses, like entrepreneurs, automate their customer inquiries through phone lines with AI. This is allowing businesses to take reservations 24 hours a day, saving business owners time on calls and increasing bookings by 20%. 100% of incoming calls to these businesses are actually being handled by AI. Basically, it involves setting up an AI to automatically answer all incoming calls, regardless of the time of day. And with this strategy, the agencies that offer it are earning more than $40,000 a month. Second, we have an e-commerce product recommendation system. Basically, customers can come and say, "Hi, I'm looking for this," and it will automatically recommend and show them some carousel cards based on their search. It includes images, includes a link to buy and check the product page, and much more. A really great idea and executed very well. This is definitely the direction e-commerce is headed in right now, and there are agency owners who have generated over $7,000 with just 3 or 4 clients. Third, we have an invoice cleaning system for entrepreneurs. Many experts have created a cleaning system that uses GPT not only to correct spelling errors, but also to format and punctuate the descriptions of entrepreneurs' invoices before sending them to clients. The reason why something like this could be profitable is because entrepreneurs, not known for their literary style, are not usually good at describing the work done. And what the system does is to guarantee clarity and professionalism for franchises. You may not think that spell checking and formatting are very valuable, but the key here is that this tool is used more than 100 times a day by different people, even just for their WhatsApp conversations. That is, volume equals value. In this case, we have something very basic, but because it is done thousands of times a month, it provides a lot of value to the business, and that is where AI can really shine in these solutions. There are people earning $2,000 per month, and from that they are only subtracting around $200 in usage costs for the APIs. Now, let's move on to some simple GPT-based solutions for businesses. The first GPT idea is AI Person for Creators. How does this work? Well, basically, if you want to create an AI person of yourself, you would have to take all your videos, some of your course material and recordings where you appear. You would put this in a database, and the AI would create an artificial version of yourself. You will give the system instructions to impersonate you, and to respond in a way that you would. In fact, I think it's a matter of months before all creators have their own GPT, in a publicly available AI that allows them to connect with their fans at any time and leverage their knowledge. And you, as an AI agency entrepreneur, in addition to helping them create this person, will need the client to keep hiring you to update and create the knowledge base as they upload more information and publish new programs. You would also be responsible for rigorously testing it to make sure it's not doing anything it shouldn't be doing. And you would also be responsible for creating custom tools that allow the AI to do cool things and increase the retention of people who are actually interacting with it. The second use case for GPTs is something like a subcategory of workflow automation for businesses. This is based on the fact that GPTs are a great way to standardize the use of ChatGPT in an organization. So right now, many small and medium-sized businesses are already using ChatGPT in various ways for their copywriting, or to analyze CVs, or all the different use cases. What GPTs allow is to really consolidate and standardize the experience, and create GPT-specific tools to do these things without having to do them manually. This is basically using ChatGPT for the interface of the AI agent you create, which is super useful because you don't have to build a sophisticated interface or front end, and it's really a low-cost way for you to provide value for these businesses. You can create a GPT by function, for example, an assistant or product description generator, or you can create a role-based GPT that helps a specific type of person in the company, for example, an online store manager. In this one, you will group a series of tools that you create, such as the product description generator, into a single GPT, and they can use this tool as their hub and base to do their work. It would be like, give me a product description for this. You paste the thing, and you have all the different tools that that particular role can use. The first GPT idea in the subcategory is a company documentation assistant. It basically consists of obtaining a SOP or standard operating procedure, which is a document that establishes the steps to do something in a clear and concise way. This is something quite simple to do, but it can provide a lot of value to the company by standardizing access to all the information and documentation and how to do the role. All you need to do is get the documentation or standard operating procedure, make the SOPs, put them in a GPT knowledge base, and then send them to your client and allow them to use them and pass them on to the different departments. Perhaps you can make a couple of different GPTs for different roles so that they have access to different documentation. Another idea for GPTs for businesses like this would be an AI personal assistant. You can identify some of the key tasks that the entrepreneur who runs the business often does and create a tool. Add that to your GPT and allow them to go back and have this kind of work area or workstation where they can do key functions of their job just from the ChatGPT interface. So they can go and say, can you check all the Slack channels and see if there's anything I need to do? Or can you go to this person X and notify them about this? Another really cool idea for a GPT is a content creation or repurposing assistant. This would be a GPT that helps you generate, for example, short-form scripts or tweets or YouTube community posts, etc. To do this, you need to create tools in Relevance AI. What is this? Well, basically, Relevance is a low-code, no-code builder that allows you to create really powerful tools without having to know too much. The connection between Relevance and your product, as well as creating it and adding it to your tool, is super simple. Basically, what you do for this GPT is to create a tool that generates a tweet thread, a tool that generates a short-form script, a tweet that helps generate a section for a newsletter, etc. For example, you could take a link to one of your YouTube videos, put it in the GPT and say, hey, can you generate a tweet thread from this? Can you generate a newsletter section? And can you generate a couple of different short-form scripts? So I paste that link into Relevance AI. And then what the tool would do is take the link from that video, get the transcript from that, go through a set of LLM steps, and produce maybe 3 different ideas for tweet threads. This is necessary basically for all creators and entrepreneurs right now. So there is a great demand. Another idea would be a sales assistant. This works if you have a sales department in a company and you have a lot of sales reps. You need to identify the repetitive tasks that these sales reps are doing over and over again in their process. It could be, I don't know, enriching leads and getting more information about them. It could be pre-qualifying before calls. It could be preparing notes before going into the call. And what you need to do is create a tool for each of these small functions. You can say, hey, can you give me more information about this person? You pass their name and LinkedIn URL, and it gives you back more information, or it can even interact with the CRM. And you can say, hey, this is the person I'm going to call. Can you go to the CRM, pull out the LinkedIn URL, give me more information, get some call notes, and activate all these functions. And it can basically connect you with the CRM and provide real-time updates. Leaving GPTs behind, we now enter AI agents. So GPTs are one thing, but creating AI agents that can be deployed on platforms and integrated into workflows within businesses is a whole different market that you can address this year. First, we have a customer service agent. And I know you're rolling your eyes. Customer service is dead. Nobody wants to buy it. But the reality is that customer support is still a key part of a business, which can be assisted or completely automated by AI. Again, this goes back to the concept that volume equals value. In this case, many types of businesses receive a high volume of customer support inquiries, And being able to automate this system using an agent in this case, which is more advanced than your typical AI customer support chat. What agents can do is that you can equip them with a bunch of features and tools that allow them to do key things, like instead of it just being a question and answer, having a knowledge base. You can have a refund tool that can start processing a refund when they provide their order number and email, and you can give them live updates on where their order is. So adding these features and tools makes your solution become an AI agent instead of just a boring AI chatbot, which will allow you to have the edge and be able to sell them. Maybe customer support isn't the core of your offering because it's not that exciting, but on the other hand, customer support may be more familiar, and so it's easier to make it pass as a Trojan horse to get into businesses and get a foot in the door. So maybe making a really amazing customer support AI agent and then giving it away, almost for free or even for free, is a great way for you to get into businesses, build some trust, and then you can sell them all these different and impressive things that I've been talking about in this video. Next, we have lead generation agents. Yes, back to basics. Lead generation is still a core business function where AI can be a huge help. When it comes to generating leads, there's a lot of volume involved. There's a lot of human time wasted talking to people or engaging in conversations with people who will never become customers. So, if you can make the first contact and where people first interact with the company as automated as possible so that humans can focus on qualified leads, then you are providing a lot of value to the business. Next, we have outbound qualification agents. These types of systems are usually done through outbound SMS. So, when a lead is captured through your lead generation chatbot or any other type of lead magnet you have within the business or within your funnel, you can then pass that phone number you captured to this outbound qualification assistant. And you can use SMS to have an agent converse with this person and ask them, hey, how much money are you making? What kind of things do you sell? Etc. Basically, it performs these qualification steps automatically through outbound SMS so that you can follow up after that lead has been captured. Finally, once you've confirmed that they're qualified, you can schedule them for a call and become a bit of an appointment setter, which is just what we're going to see next. But leveraging this idea of outbound SMS or any outbound thing really to qualify before making a call with people and making sure they're a good potential customer for your products and services is another great use for AI agents this year. Right now, these kinds of things are complicated to do, but it's a great upsell opportunity if you're already offering lead generation services. Now, of course, we have appointment setter agents. This is still a great use case. Appointment setting is one of the most painful things to hire for. Nobody likes doing it. It's just a horrible job that humans shouldn't have to do anymore. And this, of course, is a massive market in things like Instagram DMs, where all sorts of coaches are trying to schedule appointments through their Instagram DMs. And finally, for the AI agent section of this video, we have AI personas. Again, this time not in GPT form, but the standalone AI agent version. Online communities are exploding right now, and basically every online community or training program can benefit from some kind of AI, a central information base that everyone in the community can go to access. As I mentioned before, creating these AI personas of your own persona, your own paid community, or even the free community can take all the information you've shared, whether it's public or private or paid information, put it in a knowledge base, and then create an AI assistant, or AI agent in this case, and add it to the community to provide more value and allow people to access that information, tools, and key features. So if you're going to sell these AI personas, you can go to coaches or community owners and offer them a free trial. You can even enable it with some cool features and tools to expand their capabilities. And I really think this whole area of creators, coaches, community owners is going to explode this year. So this would be a very good and very smart place to bet as an AI agency owner this year. The next section of this video is what I call AI channels. Sometimes you don't need a conversational entry or an AI agent. What you need is some kind of AI function or pipeline to be able to process data and do things that allow valuable processes to be performed for a business. Sometimes all businesses need is some kind of channel where they can throw some data and say, do the process with that. Or they may want to run a whole spreadsheet of data at once. So these are the AI channels. and that's how I describe them. I like these channels because they fall into this area of high-volume tasks where AI can really shine and provide a lot of value to the business. And I recommend Relevance AI for creating these types of channels because they make it very easy to create no-code features. You're basically creating a big function and creating it block by block. But you can also take that same tool and not just run it once. You can run it in bulk. You can do a whole spreadsheet of data and do the same thing on 1,000 rows of data if needed, which is wonderful. The first AI channel idea is again lead generation. This is a big thing where AI can really help. But again, high volume equals high value. And one of the strengths of AI is to quickly analyze data. So if you can find a way to generate leads for them, either in volume or consistently using an AI tool or configuration built into something like Relevance, then you have a way to generate and sell leads to businesses that need them. So this type of use of AI to do high-volume lead generation tasks and these types of channel processes are a great opportunity if you're smart and find a way to generate leads that not many people are thinking about. Or you can go to a company and identify that they are doing it in a slow way and improve it with your agency's services. Next, we have pre-qualification and call notes. This is similar to what I mentioned earlier in the video for the GPT sales assistant. Basically, if a company has a sales team that is given these lists of leads to call and contact, you can drastically improve the efficiency of the department by using some kind of AI channel to research the leads and try to pre-qualify them to make sure that no time is wasted calling leads that will never become a customer. What this channel can do is generate a summary of the lead information before the call, and this can greatly speed up the process with the sellers. This channel will be able to pre-qualify them before the call, for which it may have the website link, their LinkedIn profile, and it will be able to get the information, scrape it, use the AI in a channel to analyze it and determine if it meets certain criteria. So that is pre-qualified. And then, what you can even do within that tool is have it create, based on the company information on the website and the LinkedIn profile of the founder or the person you're going to talk to, some helpful call notes, maybe even a couple of lines to use in the introduction of the call. It is always useful to be able to have some kind of information or background about the client, and these notes will help you be more prepared when you receive the call and that they are not just strangers that you know nothing about. So all of these things can greatly speed up the process and help generate more sales for the business. Next, we have a fairly easy case that you can build in something like Make, which is just an email autoresponder. As soon as the email hits the inbox, you can use an AI task to classify it into something that the AI can respond to or something that needs to be forwarded. You can then generate some kind of AI response based on a knowledge base, and you can send that email back. One super easy one that you can set up, not too complicated. But if people don't want to go to a chatbot, setting up an AI-based autoresponder that can classify and respond to 80–90% of queries is a good thing to set up for businesses as well. And the final AI channel idea for you is a resume scoring channel. And the thing is, one thing is to pre-select, and another thing is to actually make these calls. But think about it. If you had a company and someone came to you and said, "Hey, I have a system that will allow you to hire super easily. You can just throw a lot of data at it, and it will be able to meet a criterion that you provide." So they will tell you that they are looking for someone with X kind of experience in this. It should be based on this, and have this kind of skills. And you will pass those instructions to the system and make a short list of prospects that meet those details. This kind of thing, again, is volume-based. If there is a lot of volume involved in the task, you can use AI to really shine because it can do things without complaining and very quickly. So I love this kind of resume stuff and anything related to hiring. There is a great use case, and it can provide a lot of value to businesses. Finally, entering the last section of this video, we are going to review outbound AI calling systems. In this case, AI calling systems to reach out to customers, to initiate those calls and do things outbound, rather than waiting for them to come to you. I should warn you that these types of systems are very new, but they offer enormous potential if implemented correctly. And I think it's really one of those use cases that will simply explode in the next few years. And you can be one of the first ones there and really facilitate the adoption of that if you know what you're doing. I believe this could be very valuable for businesses in many ways. So I have a couple of different use cases that you can use for these outbound AI calling systems. This is primarily based on Bland AI, which is a company that is doing some really impressive things. They have reduced their response time to 400 milliseconds or something. It's like less than half a second response time. So you're on the phone, you say something, and in less than half a second, it has already generated the response, generated the voice, and then sends it back to you. Really impressive. I will add that these Bland systems can not only do sub-half-second response times, they also have tool usage, which means you can activate a function, you can capture a lead, or you can update their form or book an appointment, or all of these things that you can do with the use of these AI phone calls. Another use case could be an outbound AI calling system for fundraising. Telemarketers who make calls trying to raise donations are usually real people, and I think there is a better use for those people that can be making calls that are higher up in the value chain. So, if you can automate this fundraising process using an outbound AI calling system, then you have a way to make 100% of the revenue generated go to the charity, which I think is simply amazing. To sum up, I think 2024 is going to be a great year for artificial intelligence, and you can benefit from it if you take action fast. Otherwise, we will be here to bring you all the business and AI ideas for the future, so don't forget to like and subscribe to receive all the opportunities.